Well, as an athlete, he was a wonderful athlete. He was a wonderful hurdler. That was his, when he played football, he played basketball. He was probably one of the top hurdlers in the Midwest. I mean, there were quite a few good hurdlers around the area then. So every one of these track meets, they asked me to be a judge. Oh man, I hated that because I wanted to be right, but it was hard because they were all coming across the finish line at the same time. And he was just graceful, great runner.
First of all, he was very intense, very dedicated, but also very humble and willing to help people. And so he was a great athlete because he helped bring along other people, kind of mentored them a little bit, and also was very dedicated to his craft. And I was talking to him the other day, and he said his skills at hurdles, where he was the best hurdler in the state by far, was due to his flexibility. He was very flexible. So if you look at one of those pictures, you can see how he is really extended over his leg, and some of the other runners are kind of up in the air, and it was his flexibility that allowed him to be such a great hurdler.
Well, you know, I coached him in JV basketball, I think. He wasn't a great basketball player, he was a great rebounder. You know, he didn't play basketball like a kid who plays every day, but he had so much natural talent that he was an effective player. So you know, when he stopped playing, I missed him.
We were basically track and football buddies along with Tony Struthers, and we would, particularly in football, he'd stretch each other out. He was my stretching partner. So I'd stretch him, and he was great. He'd take me and try to get me unwound. The big rivalry was between Country Day and MUS. Who won the football game each year would make or break the season. His outstanding play in two of the games against MUS, where I really remember, caught a touchdown pass in one game, and the other game he was able to stop their star halfback from gaining very many yards at all. So it was a very successful game. First
thing that comes to my mind, I know he was a great athlete, but I know he was a great gentleman. One of the awards he got I thought was so appropriate. One of the traits that they were honoring was his manliness. And I thought, you know, we don't use that term much anymore, but that's what he was. He was so understated. He didn't go looking for any kind of praise or any kind of reward. He just went about his business. He was a good student, he was good in class. That's what I remember about him, and he never let on that he was a state champion. He would be a great son for any parent. That's the way I felt about Harry.
He's a very kind person, very nice person. So I think that's why he's deserving. Not only was he a great athlete, but he's a good person. And I think those are the combos. You got a lot of people who are good athletes, but they're kind of tough to be around, and he wasn't. He was a very, very gentle person. Hi, Harry. This is a well-deserved award and long overdue. You're a great athlete, wonderful person to grow up with, and we both have fond memories of a simpler time when life was a lot easier for many of us and not so complicated, and it's a very fond memory for me. Thank you, Harry.